Now when you get your sling from the supplier, you'll find that it's probably wrapped up in a ball. When you unravel it, you're going to have two lengths of sling, one with a male component and another with a female component and a metal or a plastic ring here. So the easy way to do this is join the two parts together if they're not already done so. This portion here with the clip upward, what we're going to do is we're going to slide that through the front sling mount all the way through until the female component of the sling is flush with here and the ring is upwards. The excess from the sling is then fed back through this portion until it's all the way through, like so. And then the little slit at the back of the male component, we feed the sling through there from the female half of the sling. And then it will be like that. Okay, what we then do, and I'll just move the camera around to point at the rear of the weapon for you. Is we're going to slide the sling along the length of the gun and move the female half of the sling through the loop at the back so that it runs flush with the body. And that's what's left from the female half of the sling. The male half has a loop at the rear as well as a plastic slot here. So what we're going to do is with what's left from the female section, we're going to put that through the slot closest to the canvas loop at the back, feed it through, and then the slot at the front will feed through what we have left from the female half of the sling. And it is quite tight, and that's what you want anyway. You don't want it to be loose or it would unravel itself very easily. The sling that I'm using is a genuine British Army issue sling. It came from flecktarn.co.uk in the United Kingdom, and it only cost me £5 to buy these slings brand new. You can be looking at anything from £10 up the way, so £5 for one of these slings, genuine British Army issue, is actually quite good. So that's the sling fitted, and I'll just show you over the whole length of the rifle. So through the rear loop, and it slides along to the front. If you want to unclip it, again with a WebTech style clip, and that allows you to lengthen the sling. So let's have a look at how that looks when it's actually being used. Okay, so now that we've got the sling fitted, guys, what we want to do is we want to alter the length of it to get the most out of it. Now what that means is that when the sling isn't being used in the kind of fire mode, you want the weapon tight against your body so that it's not rattling around anywhere and you can walk and run without losing control of it. So this portion here, from the front of the sling to the rear, you want that to be relatively short so that it's flush against your body, bearing in mind that you might be wearing body armour or webbing, so you want to experiment with this to get the right fit. So if I put this on as it is just now, that's relatively loose, and there's a big gap between the weapon itself and my body. So what I want to do is get that tighter so that it's flush against me, and all I need to do is at the rear of the sling, the male portion that has the loop in it, I'm going to hold that, and the female part, the part that has no loop, I'm going to simply pull the two of them away from each other and shorten the loop, like so. Let's have a look at that again. So that's much tighter. That means that when I'm not using the weapon, it's flush against my body, my hands are free. So that's pretty good. Now then, to be able to fire the weapon, you'll notice that it's quite cramped and it's been held very tightly in the shoulder. You can use it like that, but if you need any more play in it, then the two clips, the WebTech style clips, all we do is we squeeze those and separate them, and it gives you reach. So you can move the weapon around freely but the loop here is holding the weapon against you. So if you were to drop it, the weapon is still against your body. It's not going to fall down. You're not going to bury the muzzle into the earth and ruin the weapon and foul it up. It gives you plenty of manoeuvrability. If you are wearing body armour or webbing of any sort, you want to make sure you can still get into your pockets. So this part of the loop here, don't have that obstructing anything that you want to use. Otherwise you can't get in to get your magazines and do your mag changes. So this is the SA80 rifle sling, and this will fit standard service weapons of the British Army, and you can use it on other weapons as well, such as M4s, M16s, that kind of thing that has a loop front and back. Anything with two rifle sling loops, really, you can use it. So when I don't want to fire the weapon, the sling holds it tight against my body. When I do want to fire it, I can either hold it tightly in the shoulder here, or if I need more play, more manoeuvrability, I can undo the clips. So that's the SA80 sling, guys. Only £5, second hand, genuine British Army issue from flectarm.co.uk. Thanks again for watching, guys.